Here are 10 backpacking hacks that might not make a lot of sense at first, but actually are extremely useful. You might be wondering why the bottom part of my sleeping pad is covered with small dots. Well, I put them there myself using store-bought silicone to keep the sleeping pad from sliding inside of the tent during the night. Otherwise, I would always keep sliding over to one side. For example, in this case, I would be sliding over to the bottom, but as you can see, now that doesn't happen anymore. Another problem is your pillow, because it always wants to slide off from your sleeping pad and then you wake up to correct it. But luckily you can fix this quite easily by putting your spare t-shirt over both of them or any other shirt or jacket that you aren't wearing during the night. I always carry an extra water bottle cap in my kit, which is meant for two things. Mainly, I use it to put on top of my tent stakes so that they don't dig into my hands or feet when I'm pushing them into the ground. And secondly, it acts as an emergency backup in case I lose one of the caps for my water bottles. To clean out my pot, I use a small piece of netting that I cut out from the plastic net bag that a lot of vegetables usually come in. It does a really good job of scraping everything off. It's smaller than a sponge, and I prefer it over pine needles, which I know that a lot of people use, because I don't want to look for pines every time that I want to wash my pot. Having something small like this is ideal. What's up with the weird look? It's just olive oil. When hiking, you need to get a lot of calories because you burn a lot of them. And the easiest way to do that is by adding fat to your meals, because it contains more than 2 times the amount of calories per gram compared to carbs and protein. Olive oil specifically contains more than 100 calories per tablespoon, which means that I need to add just a few tablespoons to each of my dinner to reach the desired calorie amount and keep on hiking the next day. If you want to support this channel, go and check out these hiking trail posters made by me and my wife. If you've completed a specific thru hike, our posters will offer you a way of remembering this adventure and also give you something physical to show for it. You can check them out at TrailGoals.com and get 10% off with the discount code OscarHikes. For pots that don't have any volume measurements, you can scrape them yourself on your spork. This way you won't scrape off any coatings from the pot. You could also mark them on your water bottle, but I personally prefer to do it on my spork because I tend to change my water bottle every now and then I have to redo all of the markings. On my specific spork, I've made 2 markings, one for 1 cup of coffee or 200 milliliters, and one for 2 cups of coffee or 400 milliliters. Before setting up my tent, I always place a half-full plastic bottle on the ground, which allows me to quickly determine if the ground is level or not. To do this, first adjust the water bottle so that the water inside of it is sitting straight. Then simply go around the water bottle and check that it's sitting at a 90-degree angle relative to the ground. If it isn't, the ground isn't straight. This allows me to determine whether a specific campsite is good or not and compare it to other campsites in the area. A lot of times, selecting a good campsite, especially here in the mountains, is a bit tricky because from the distance, the ground may seem level at first, but it actually isn't. After cleaning up the ground, I always lay out my tent fabric on it first and then lay on it myself. This way I can easily find out in which direction my sleeping mat feels the most comfortable in, and also find out if there aren't any holes or rocks in the ground that I need to take care of first. At night, I always keep both zippers for the tent inner mesh on the upper side and hang my flashlight between the cords on both of these zipper pulls. That way, if I need to find it quickly, I always know where it is. Plus, if I line it properly, it also acts as a lantern, giving up enough light for the whole tent. And if you wear glasses, you can also hang your glasses here for the same reasons. If I need to dry some socks from hiking in rain all day, I always put them underneath my shirt because my torso is very warm and it ensures that they'll be completely dry by the morning. But before you start typing that it doesn't work, please try it yourself and compare it to other methods, because I've tried them all myself and I know that this is the best technique by far. It's pretty disgusting, obviously, but it works. If you know of any other weird or uncommon backpacking hacks, please write them down in the video comments to help out other people. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you in one of my next videos. Bye!